of one of the assistant coaches chasing Caitlin Clark down as she's riling up the crowd. And it seems like she's getting scolded, reprimanded, told, hey, all that hyping up, don't do that. Don't do it. Let's take a look here first. Now here we go. Body language doctor. Body language doctor is out and about. Caitlin Clark's like, what the hell is that?
Wait. During the celebration, did the Fever coach just go WWE on Caitlin Clark?
Yes.
Recently, footage of her being forcefully restrained from experiencing her moment reappeared. Additionally, the internet is becoming less cohesive. Was there a plan? Was there sabotage involved? Or did someone simply feel angry about not being invited to the dance? Fans are yelling that she didn't just do that because of what happened next, so stay tuned. There are replays, receipts, and a ton of what the hell energy in this one. Let's get started.
Has gotten to the point where she realizes if she gives the ball to Natasha Howard, not only is she not going to get the ball back, but Natasha Howard isn't even going to look in her direction. We have officially reached that.
In a split second, Caitlin Clark is dazzling the court, thrilling the audience, and performing her best act when her own coach turns into the celebration police and physically pulls her back as if she had just attempted to use an open water bottle to jump a TSA screening. It was evident in Caitlin's expression, the astonishment, the pause, the what in the hell just happened? Nor suffering, nor rage, just the startled understanding that happiness is now constrained in Indiana.
So look, I don't think it's any secret that I'm not a fan of the Indiana Fever backroom staff. I'm not a fan of what they're trying to do to Caitlin Clark, and I fully believe they're trying to diminish, they're trying to dim the flame of Caitlin, and they're trying to make her fit in to what the WNBA used to be, rather than fit out and be her. I mean that. Like, that is my opinion, and there's no question about it.
And let's be honest, this isn't a one-off moment. This is the icing on a very bizarre, awkward, and increasingly irritating Sunday that's been building since the day she was drafted. The woman can't even sneeze without someone from her own circle trying to hand her a tissue loaded with micromanagement. You'd think her achievement would come with a bit of independence, but evidently even celebrating is subject to committee approval.
Now.
So everybody online is talking about this play during one of the games where, as you're going to see, one of the coaches for the Indiana Fever just went and pretty much almost tackled Caitlin Clark for getting the crowd riled up. And why is she doing it? And I want to say that's this lady right here, Karima Christmas Kelly, one of the assistant coaches. And as you see right there, she just seemed to have went and grabbed the Caitlin Clark as Caitlin Clark was trying to get the team, the crowd amped up for a big time game. And
I mean, this chick has been selling out arenas, igniting fan bases, turning casual sports bros into ardent WNBA devotees. And yet, the same franchise that should be making statues of her is treating her like an intern who got too excited at a staff meeting. The distinction between sabotage and structure is subtle. And this coaching staff is wearing heels and breakdancing all over it.
But like, this clip getting shown again, and it's just, in my opinion, is completely unacceptable. It is completely unacceptable. Like, if a coach did this to any other player in the league, they'd be fired. Or they'd at least a request for them being fired. Then goes and hits a step back three on JC Sheldon. And she goes, the whole crowd's going nuts. And she comes, and she's getting subbed off, by the way, at this stage. She's getting subbed off for the game. She doesn't go back in the game at this stage. So it's not like it's a close game. They're up 20. She does not see the floor again. Caitlin Clark is there hyping up the crowd. She's there trying to hype up the crowd. Exactly what you want. Exactly what you want. You want to see this version of Caitlin. You want to see this player. And watch what happens here. So the coach just grabs her. Just grabs her out of nowhere. And I'm like, I don't think there's anything too malicious in that. I don't know if there's anything too malicious. We don't know what's said, but like, you can't just grab.
The administration is equally uninspired. They handed her a to-do list that included things like dim your personality, share the spotlight with people who can't hit a layup, and never make us look like we're not in control, as if they had stumbled onto a generational star. Caitlin Clark was brought in for more than just three-point shooting. She was introduced to alter the course of events. Nevertheless, it appears like she encounters subtle opposition to every action she makes. If it's not her teammates' inexplicable time restriction, it's their reaction to the movement of the ball. And now, like a mischievous child at Disneyland, a coach is actually snatching her in the middle of the celebration. Come on, it wasn't merely a misunderstanding. That really killed the ambience. Remember that since college, this girl has been electrifying crowds. It's her thing. It functions. It adds vigor, drive, and fervor. However, the hospital staff appears to prefer that she rejoice quietly in a dark room with a librarian softly clapping in the background, rather than leaning into it. It would seem that she violated protocol. No, she broke ratings records, but it's obvious that this coaching staff, who are more concerned with appearances than real basketball victories, doesn't care about that.
That is transpiring with the Indiana Fever, but I said this yesterday, there is definitely something going on within the locker room, the front office. Something is off, man. This is the third situation in one game we have had involving Caitlin Clark and the coaching staff and pretty much another player. We had the Natasha Howard situation where Caitlin Clark bent down to tie her shoe up because she knew Natasha Howard wasn't even going to pass her the damn ball. And I'm telling you right now, that whole situation is crazy in itself. Ever since DeWanna Bonner been gone, they have simply turned this thing into the Natasha Howard team.
Let's not act like this is about teamwork, discipline, or whatever catchphrase is being used. This relates to control and a coaching and management team that appears to be more frightened than motivated by Clark's seriousness. It is causing insecurity. It is providing inadequate preparation. It's giving, we weren't ready for someone this big, so now we're going to shrink her down to size. It's peculiar. It's deaf. To be honest, it's a little depressing since you can see it on her face right now. There is a spark of incredulity and a silent scream beneath the surface when she is benched, pulled too early, or when her teammates act as though she doesn't exist on the wing. She is a professional, a competitor, and a gamer, but she is also a person. Additionally, the strange energy emanating from the bench is wearing her down. Though it's less intense, the delight is still present. Although it is blinking, the sparkle is still there. Someone will eventually inquire, why stay? Why continue to act as though this is a year of development when all that is actually taking place is a gradual and agonizing rejection of everything that makes Caitlin Clark? Clark? Caitlin?
Last season in the WNBA, Caitlin Clark was 26.5% of all economic activity. As a rookie, merchandise in the league went up 234%. But here was the one that struck me. Before she got there, the Indiana Fever, the valuation of the franchise was $90 million. After playing, 40 games, the valuation of that team now is $340 million. I don't think it's a game you duplicate. There is no second Steph Curry. There is no other player that plays like that. She could be $1 billion athlete. Like, when I see these numbers, I'm like, oh, this is tight.
Furthermore, it becomes increasingly clear the longer this goes on. So let's not even discuss the larger agenda. Many powerful individuals are unsure of how to respond to a white woman who is defying the norm in the WNBA. She doesn't fit the typical story. She is not engaging in political gamesmanship. She's not getting involved in identity conflicts. Her only goals are to win, hoop, and excite the crowd. For those who like well-chosen underdog tales, that makes her a problem. Additionally, she is beginning to feel as though she is being punished for being too successful too soon. Fans aren't stupid. That's the problem. They observe it. The tension is audible to them. They interpret nonverbal cues. They're observing her get iced out between plays, her reaction when she's removed after getting heated up, and that now famous coach grab as if she just attempted to get into Area 51. Furthermore, they don't accept the justifications. No more. Caitlin Clark isn't the issue. The individuals who are incapable of managing Caitlin Clark are the issue. She has been the fire starter, consistent, unrelentingly motivated, and determined. She's brought more eyes to this league in months than others have in years, but from the looks of it, her own organization is treating her like a public relations liability instead of the goldmine she is, which is frankly bananas. Consider the meetings for marketing. Hey everyone, let's control our most well-liked player. Perhaps put an end to her awesomeness. Excellent plan.
Caitlin Clark has been knocked on her ass. She's been knocked on her ass. She's been cheap shotted. She's been poked in the eye. Everything. They have beat the Connecticut Sun. This is a month ago nearly. The Connecticut Sun beat the crap out of her. Absolutely beat the crap out of each other. But
And if this is the route the Fever is going to keep pushing, don't be surprised if one day Clark walks and looks around and says, "Nope, I'm good." Because there's only so much weird energy sabotage and career throttling a person can take before they decide they've had enough. And the moment she does, half the league will be waiting with open arms and better coaching. This is more than just a coaching error. It's a masterclass in mishandling talent across generations. She has faced challenges since the beginning. Nike postponed her shoe as if it were an unfunded Kickstarter campaign. The league has been sluggish to defend her from public insults and cheap shots. Even her own team now appears to be more concerned with neutralizing her than letting her go. Additionally, the celebration grab was emblematic of everything she has gone through since being the league's face, not just a physical one.
Fans are frustrated then.
Both literally and symbolically, they are witnessing their beloved athlete being held back. And they're sick of hearing that they should have faith in the process when it appears to be so broken. A generational star cannot be the basis for a franchise while you pretend to be taking care of her during summer camp. Enough already.
Somebody had put on there, has this coach been reprimanded, suspended, fired? This is really terrible behavior. What is happening behind the scenes? If the WNBA wants to do an investigation, they might want to look into the Fever staff treatment of Caitlin Clark. And you see right here, women are equal, correct? We all know the story. This would be if there were a male coach, why the double standard? Fire her. Coach's posture is interesting. I remember seeing it live and thought it was weird.
They run the risk of losing the very thing that initially made them relevant, or the Fever gets it together. Because not just Indiana will feel the effects if Caitlin Clark eventually decides she's had enough. The WNBA as a whole will be witnessing the greatest thing that has ever happened to their league. They will leave the nonsense behind and never look back. The Fever seem to be teaching a masterclass on how to lose a superstar in 30 days at this point, to be honest. Similar to how Caitlin Clark would be packing her bags in a romantic comedy, Kelly Clarkson would be playing a dramatic background song. Every crowd-hyping gesture, every electrifying moment, and the arrogance that once emanated from all three promoters are all fading. This has nothing to do with rookie nervousness or a shooting slump. This team is deliberately destroying basketball's appeal for the one player who restored it to millions of people. It's similar to seeing a unicorn gradually transform into a mule when senior management determined that glitter was too distracting.